They say absence makes the heart grow fonder. As it turns out, they might be onto something, at least when it comes to your colleagues. If you've ever worked as part of a team, you've probably experienced this. There are some colleagues who you work with regularly and develop a close relationship with. But now that everyone's remote, teams seem to be closer than ever. Why is that so? And how are teams doing this? Well, I turned to my own team to find out.
I want to ask you about how your relationship with your team and or your coworkers has changed over the past few months.
I'm trying my best to maintain some sense of community and maintain some socialization with the team.
What kinds of things have you been doing as a team to stay connected, like virtual water coolers or happy hours, things like that?
I'm thinking about hosting a spelling bee.
Wait, how do you make sure people aren't cheating in a
honor
virtual
system?
spelling bee?
It's the honor system.
But we're definitely still like putting together whenever we can like larger events. We'll do like weekly or bi-weekly like happy hours or just like game nights.
I think now we're more conscious of checking in on each other and trying to do more remote inclusive gatherings.
In terms of things like understanding, empathy, what are some of the ways your relationship with your coworkers and your team has changed in that way?
I don't think I've joined a call since this whole thing has started that hasn't begun with like at least 10 to 15 minutes of just checking in.
I had started sort of pioneering remote work sessions or just group work sessions where we'd all log into Zoom for an hour.
I've done Zoom calls with people who aren't even on my team just to do work.
What are some of the skills specifically that people should be embracing or adapting the development of when it comes to staying connected with colleagues?
Just knowing when to step away from the computer, like setting those boundaries is a really essential skill. And I think that's been a tough thing to adapt to, especially when everything first started. It was just kind of like, everything's on fire. We got to do what we can to put it out. I need to respond to everything as soon as I get in.
Especially while we're all on these Zoom calls, it's really easy for you to think someone finished their sentence and then like start to talk to respond. And then you have that like awkward, am I going? Are you going?
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
Exactly.
No, you go. What has this taught you about connecting with your colleagues and your team?
I definitely think like the way we've been communicating now has been just really great for like morale. And I don't want to see that go away once we all get back into the office.
Social norms have adjusted in a way that allows for us to connect in ways that aren't in person. So I wouldn't be surprised to see more remote work, actually.
It's nice to be able to work remote from time to time, but I think when it's no longer an option, you're forced to adapt very quickly. The work I do is very valuable to me, but even more so the relationship I have with the people I work with. And I miss them a lot.
So there you have it. Absence does make the heart grow fonder, and distance can bring teams closer together. But it doesn't happen on its own. It takes a team effort. And while it's always going to be easier to connect with the people sitting next to you, proximity doesn't create relationships. Communication, empathy, and understanding do.